Which way should I begin? First of all, this is crazy. I just keep ripping out pages because I keep seeing little things that have to be fit in between, and the word love keeps going on in, and the short count for love of 18 fits in. I didn't do really any of the other counts. I think it's 22 and 14 and 18 and 54. I'm not sure. But I took the roulette, and if I take the roulette and you look at it this way, it's 7. Okay, I'm not using this one over here. This one is number 25. It's all alone. I'm not using it. I don't have to use this one over here. Okay, what does it give me the possibility to do? It makes it a possibility to create 7 and 4. That is the Christ. What numbers did I use over here? I used number 23, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. This is 50. This one over here is 30, is 80. This is 32, is 112. And this is 34. 146 is what would create this, 1, 4, and 6. And now, do we use this at the end for the 4 or we don't? If we don't use it, it doesn't matter because it's only number 1, the tail, the end of the tail. So we can use 3 and 5 is 8. 8 and 7 is 15. 15 and 9 is 24. 24 and 14 is 38. That's the CH part of it. This is the creation heaven. This is the gateway. This is 111 in the center. It also says June 4th. It also says the J letter, if you want to look at it, which is the 10th month of the 4th day. It's all this year. It all says this year. Another thing I was looking at, I was trying to figure out about Pac-Man. Why can I open them up to 2020? If I open up to 2020, would there be 2 meters running, one in the opposite the way of the other one? Never do they surpass over itself. 320 degrees, okay, which is 8 by 40, because the actual center of the cat's life is the 9th position. So when we go 9 by 40 is 360. That's 40 in 8 spaces. The space we use up that it turns around is the elements and particular elements inside of here. They lose, let's say, 50 out of what, 1,000? You follow what I'm saying? So I have to rehash this. So instead of going 9 by 40 is 360, it's 8 by 45. Okay? And this can be also your hydrometer. It turns all the way around, and in a minute it turns all the way around, but it doesn't do anything until it sees the pen. When it sees the pen, it marks. It goes all the way around, it sees the pen, it marks. Because there's an empty space right over here. Empty space. Little thing I wanted to say is 320 degrees, that empty space in Pac-Man, times 18, which is the low count in Pythagorean for love, is 5760. This says man's moon. 6068 it becomes, because on the dice, when it's the last 2, it's the dice. When you have a 6, you need an 8. When you have an 8, you need a 6. It's the opposite of dice. This is the moon, 7 and 5. That's your moon. 25,980 of the same number equals to 1,440 minutes of the day. Times 4 equals 5760. What is this times 4? What is this? Well, look at this. 3 parts of 1440 are what's inside this. This has to be outside. If it's got to go 313, here's your 4. Here's your 3 times 432. Okay? 432 plus the 4th time to reconnect. 144. 9 is your love. That's your card love. Equals 5760. Now, if you want to go that in years, 5760, that would be right now. The Hebrew calendar's at 5775, but at love says you're at 0. So how many minutes does it take? 15 minutes. That's all it takes. Is that what it is? I've got to figure out 15 years takes up how much time? Whatever. I don't want to get into it right now. But the total amount equals to 15. However you get there. It's O and it's A. That's what it becomes, OA. So you have 25,920 divided by 18. Now, if you want, go and calculate this 54, okay, divided by any one of these numbers. These numbers will all go into each other. At the same time, 6 days that goes by, okay, 1,440 minutes and 4 days, 5760. 3 days and 1 day, and 3 days and 1 day, and 3 days and 1 day? Or could it be 3 days and 1 day and 1 day and 3 days? I don't know, but I know what, if somebody was writing all these things in and we'd say, okay, do you want to look this over? I have to look it over and bounce the numbers back and forth and readjust, because all the time systems will work until you ask a question you haven't asked before, switching to thinking of the entire thing in a different direction, therefore maybe switching up with the numbers. Does it say we're wrong? Does that mean we're wrong? For me, it's good enough to say I'm wrong. Oh my God. How many hours? How many days? How many days? How many months? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? I see. I'm on such a small subject. I really haven't moved over from love, right? What else did I just want to say? Maxwell Smart, yeah. Just want to show you in case you didn't see. 6, 7, and 8, 2, 4, and 3. 1, 5, and 9, 1, 5, and 9 right here. 1, 5, and 9. The left side of the brain, the right side of the brain, and then the 5 that holds the whole of them together. This comes from outside here. You see, refer to 1. Your 1 lives over here inside the center. There is no 1 in the center here. It doesn't exist. Did I tell you that? This is 6, 7, and 8. This is 21. If you take out the jack and you look at the jack, you go, oh, I got a jack. He's got 1 eye. Pick up another card and it's a jack, and he's got 1 eye. So I take the heart and I take the spade and I put it on the side. And that spade, he always looks like he wants to strangle himself. The diamond looks like he's not even real. He's like, so now you got 2 jacks. Now the diamond's got 2 eyes and the club jack has 2 eyes. 2 and 2 and 1 and 1 is 6. The card is the 6. Then you go to the queens. All the queens have 2 eyes, okay? They all have 2 eyes. There's 4 queens, that's 8. And all the kings, except for the king of diamonds, has 1 eye, and he's waving goodbye. That's 7. That's 6, 7, and 8. That's your 21. Now, if 6, 7, and 8 is your 21, there's not just 21. There's more than 21. There's 42, because you have to look up, you have to turn the card upside down. Now you've got 42 eyes on the cards. Now the question comes in, when man grabs the cards and begins to play, do his 2 eyes count, or is that it? It's 42. If it's 42, okay, first it counts for ace, 1, 3, and 5. In fact, 1, 3, and 5 times 2 is 270, and that is the separation of 45, 45, 45. Equals 135 to the right side, 135 to the left side. You got 2 aces. Therefore, your picture cards are grabbing onto something else. 42 grabs 42, equals to 84. There has to be 2 cards that are intercepted. When you see the jack on one side, you see the jack on the other side, okay, he's got eyes on both sides. That means, what is he intercepting? 1 more card? The bottom with the top of the card. Anyways, whatever it is, that's 42. Where was I going with this? I was pedaling. I was pedaling a boat. Something you're going to see in the future. 5 times 5, 7, and 6, which is 18. 5 by 7 is 35. By 6 is 215, is it not? 2, 1, and 5 says B. But it's irrelevant, because 4, 96 hours, 4 days, 16 minutes, times 96 hours, 57, 60, 4 days. If I count 6 days of 16 hours, so these would be the hours that are awake. 6 days of 24 is 144. 16 hours. 16 hours, 60 minutes. 960 minutes. In this one it's 96 hours. Did you follow me? 6 times 24 hours. Something went wrong. Wow. Anyways, I'm going to have to stop